Hello there, welcome back to Building with the Boys. We've now got issue 55 of Hachette's Build the Disney Doll's House. It's Pooh's basement. Again, we're back there. Again. But it's okay. We do this, and then we don't have to come back to Pooh's basement for about 20 issues, which is fantastic. And then when we do return there, it's just to hang some paintings, which doesn't take long at all. Things we get inside this one, we also get our third of four freestanding lights. So we will be receiving the lantern, building the lantern for the aristocats music room, along with a rug, which I believe is also for the aristocats music room. And we'll be installing the door in Pooh's basement. Now that room in Pooh's basement is referred to constantly by Hachette as Pooh's bedroom. Yeah, I've yet to see a bed that goes in there. I haven't seen any furniture that goes in that room. None. It's just left kind of empty. I don't know why. I don't know if it was a change at the last minute or what, or if I've completely missed something, but I have not seen a single piece of furniture that goes in that room. On any of the completed models I've seen, I've yet to see anybody actually utilise that room. So it doesn't bother me. I just find it a little strange that that was the choice they went for, and we will be able to utilise that room if you're doing the extension, because my idea is, when I'm doing the Christmas extension to this, I'm going to use that one to store some of the Christmas decor, and I'm probably going to use that room to store some of the summer decor when it's Christmas, and vice versa, and so on and so forth. But yeah, it's a bit of an odd one. So this pack this month, there's not loads to do in any of the stages. This is the most detailed of the four that we've got. But let's get this up, let's crack into it. Before I go any further, you will see we've still got the balloons up, because it's 20th of February. It's still Valentine's month for one day. I discussed Up in the last one, and when we discussed sort of romantic movies, and I was overwhelmed by the amount of people that messaged me to say how much they liked Up. Loads of people did, and one of them went that one step further, and I will show you what I mean by that right now, just before we start the build. So, those of you who frequent the Facebook groups will be more than familiar with a friend of the channel, Ken, and Ken makes magnificent things. Ken helped us out when it came to the Tinkerbell lantern. He provided the decal for the lantern, and he very kindly has made us Carl Nella's mailbox from Up and sent this. We weren't expecting this. This came out of the blue, which is always a lovely surprise. It's really nice. He didn't just send us this, he also sent us some sticky backing for our rugs, because I'd mentioned I wasn't happy with all the thread of the rug being exposed. Thank you, Ken, so much. I don't know how you do it, mate, but it seems whenever I'm having a bad day, I come home and there's magically a Ken package on the doorstep, which is remarkable. But thank you so much. It means the world to us. It will definitely be featured outside of our house, and what a lovely thing it is. Thank you, Ken. Let's get into the build. Let's take a look at our pretty bits for this month. So here we go with our pretties. We got this rug for the Aristocats room. Now, what makes this rug remarkable is, if we flip it over, it doesn't have what the other ones have, where all the threads are exposed, and that's what I want from the rugs. This is why Ken has been good enough to send us the felt backing, because the back of the Mickey rug is horrendous, and the back of the Frozen rug is horrendous, and it just looks so loose. I'm nervous about getting one of these threads caught and it all unraveling. So we've got some sticky back felt for it, but this one you don't need it. This one is spot on. This is the way it would go, with the dark green being the dominant. But if you wanted to, I mean, the thread's that good on this one, you could flip it over the other way and have it that way. Lovely thing. So that's the first part we get with the Aristocats room. The second part we get is a buildable lamp, which we're building right now. So here are all of the parts for the lantern. First thing we're going to do, you should be coming dab hands at this by now. This is our third one in. I'm going to slot our battery in there like so. Check that it works. It does. Happy with that. The next thing we're going to do is going to insert this into, yes, this piece here. Now, we can use the button as a guide. I mean, the shape of this is only going to go in one way. Let's move those out. That one out. There we go. So I'll pop down, and your button should be... Oh, that's the button. That's me being a goon. Right, so that's where you're going to be. So your light can shine through the hole in the bottom there. And then what we're going to do... Have I got that on the right way around? I don't think I have. Let me check. Nope, wrong way around. This is the right way around. I thought it looked weird. And that makes more sense for it to slide in. So our button's going to... Right, so our button's going to protrude through there. This thing's just going to keep turning on its own. There we go. So that's how you want it to be. So a button protrudes through there. This makes more sense. A button protrudes through there. And there we go. So it's not the easiest thing to turn on and off. Oh, there you go. Okay. Right. So now we've got that part done. This is going to sit inside of here. Now we should have 2 tabs, which we do. So we have this tab here. So that one should take, yeah, this way. So this should fit in like so. It does, lovely. So that goes in there. Now this end we should be able to check it by turning it on. There we go. Pop that one off. And now all we need to do is attach it to the stand. This seems like it's going to be top heavy. And that seems like it's not going to fit in there. Is that lugged? This feels... No way, that's flimsy as hell. There we go, there's our lamp. I'm not impressed with this. Not impressed with it at all. I like the look of it, don't get me wrong, but this feels flimsy. Feels flimsy. But okay, I mean, it just, I don't know, I'm not particularly happy with that one. Not what I can do about it, but I'm not particularly happy with it. But that is our lamp. Complete. Now let's bring up Pooh's basement and we get to work on this door. So before we bring the actual basement up, we're going to assemble the door. Now first thing we do is this part here and here. We have these sections. Now, I'm trying to show you what I'm talking about here. I hope you can see. This one's got a beveled edge. So you've got a flat edge this side, you've got a beveled edge this side. The beveled edge goes to the outer part of the door. So the side opposite the handle. So you bevel, your slope part there goes to the outer side of the door because that's the way it's going to open. So you need it to do that. I'm just going to pop these in place with some wood glue. I'm not going nuclear on this one. Don't need the super glue. And again, I'm not going mad with the amount of wood glue that we're going to use. Just going to put enough on here to get a decent bond. Across this one as well. That's where we are there. That's already too much, so I'm not going to use much. I already think I've just used way too much. Yeah, I have like a little squish out. That's okay, it'll dry clear as we know. So it's that one on there. Let me take care of it, making sure our bevel is on the outer edge. There we go. I'm going to attach that one there. So that's those two in place. I'm going to straighten those up and leave this to dry. Okay, so that's drying nicely. What we're going to do is we're going to take one of our door handles, that's these here, and we're just going to put a dab of glue on the back of these, and we are going to pop this into place. Now, I do just want a little bit. I don't want to go mad. Plenty. Right. Okay. This should fit in quite nicely, he says. There we go. Splat. All my glue comes squidging out the side, even though there's a tiny amount. Let's tidy that up. So there we go. This will dry clear, so I'm not worried about it too much. But I don't know. I get a little bit obsessive over the cleanness of it. Right, and then what we're going to do is flip the door over, and we're going to put the other door handle in, and try and use even less glue this time, so we can avoid that squidging. It's that tricky one where I want enough so it bonds, but I don't want so much that it's squirting out all over the place. Still is. Okay. Yeah, it's not so bad. So it's that way round, that way, and then on this side we've got, hold on, That's that way up. That's how we're going. So this is how we're going to be. This is going to be the inside of the room, and this is going to be, bizarrely, the outside of the room is one that doesn't have the bevels on. I don't know why, but that's the way they've said to do it. So that's the way we'll do it. As I said, we are but their humble servants, so we will do as they say to do. This is how they said to assemble it. We have pins. Everyone's favourite, that they never gave enough of the amount of people that told me they lost pins when we were doing the internal doors of the ground floor. Is ridiculous. But we're doing the same old with our pins. So we're going to insert our pins and hopefully not lose them. But we're gonna try and do this. Oh dear. If one's gonna ping off, now is when it's gonna happen. Alright. There we go. So what we're gonna do, I'll jump the gun there. I'm going to try and, hey, look at the multitasking. Who says men can't multitask, huh? So I'm going to put a little touch of this up here. Just to hold this pin in place when it goes in. I'm going to take the pin. Go with my hands. Go with the hands. Right. And we're going to insert this pin into the hole. Down it goes. And there it is. You'll be very happy to know that this is the last of these pin doors that we do. The other doors upstairs, we don't have to insert pins in them, which is a beautiful thing. They're already assembled. We just slot them into the frame. It's gorgeous and kind of infuriating that we didn't get to do it on the last 5 that we built, but that's the way it is. Then that one in there, clean off some of this excess, and that is our door built. Now we just have to install it into the basement. It's going to bring the basement up. Let's get that done. Okay, so proof that I'm tired and worked too hard. I've just found 2 more of the bevel pieces. I'm sorry. What can I tell you? I'm getting old. Right, so our bevel pieces, again, we'll go this way around this time. So we're going to pop this on. We're going to put these 2 bevel pieces in place, get it glued up. Then we're going to install it in the basement. Okay, now my idiocy has been sorted and our door is built as it should be with the bevels on both sides. We are going to start installing this into Pooh's basement, and then we can leave Pooh's basement for a very long time, which we'll be very happy about. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our piece here. Now this hole here is going to go to the outer edge here. The reason for that, you want your door to open this way, because if it open that way, you'd have to go around it to then walk into a wall to get through the door, and that's not going to be practical, is it? So let's get this glued and get this installed. Now we are going to have to use a bit of a judgment call here as to where it goes, because there's no real guide as such, but I'm sure we can figure it out. And then when we install the door, it's going to write itself anyway. So let's say there, that looks about right. There we go. Now I believe door jambs are the next thing we're going to put in. That would make sense. Yeah, door jambs. So let's make sure these are the right way round. Which way do these go? Makes no difference. Says there is no right or wrong way. Really? There is no right or wrong way? Okay. They're saying there is no right or wrong way. So that's the way they are. They're saying there's no right or wrong. Don't know if I believe that. I'd like to believe that, but I'm not overly convinced. But right, so what we're going to do is going to put some glue inside the channel, like so. And then we are going to fit this into place. Now this should lock our piece at the bottom in place. Ooh, I'm not happy with that. Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah, Christ, that works. Actually surprised. Right, so that works. That's in. Now we're going to do the exact same thing with jam number 2. So we're going to put these here like that. Slot this one in. God, that's snug. That doesn't feel right at all. There we go. Aha! Gotcha. Right. There we go. That was satisfying. Right, so that is that one in. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to put the head jam on the door. There is no need for glue at this stage. Okay, I trust you. Right. So, let's see which way around this goes. Right. So they're saying like that. So that's how that's going to go. Okay. Well, which side are we installing the door? Aha. From behind. Okay. So let's get this pin in there. Really? Okay, yeah, alright. That's working so far. I'm actually shocked because these instructions look like, no, that's not going to work. But they're working. Oh, okay. Now they want us to glue it. Now I've already done a bloody thing. Right. So we're going to put some glue on this head jam here. There's no need for glue at this stage. They immediately ask you to put glue on it. So there's every need for glue at this stage. What bloody nonsense. Right. It's just easier to do it this way, trust me. I know they say, you don't need to glue it. And then they'd say, put it in, then glue it. And it's like, no, we'll just glue it now. Problem solved then, innit? Right. Then that closes and we push that in. There we go. So that one goes on there like that. And then we should just be popping in the last piece to hold the door in place. If I'm right, which I think I am. Check the door is hanging correctly within the opening as shown in the photo. Yes, it is. Then the header is going to go on the outside here. And that is it. It doesn't matter which way around we go. There's no bevels or anything on this one, thankfully. So we're just going to put a strip of glue along here just to hold this one in place. We'll pop that one over there like so. And that is Pooh's bedroom door complete. And there we go. It's a very loose door. Don't know what that is. Not happy about that. Oh, there you go. It's not that loose. I'm just talking nonsense. But that's, you know, some people make a career out of talking nonsense, don't they? That's that one done. So there we are. That is it complete. Let's have a chat. So there we go. That's stage 55 complete. And that is thankfully the last time we'll be spending in Pooh's basement for a long time. We've only got one more thing to do in Pooh's basement, right? And it's an odd one where we're going to hang two pictures. So what we're going to do when we get to that stage is there's two pictures of a bee and a honey pot. We put them in little frames. We then glue the frames to the wall, but we cut a piece of string and we glue what look like nails to the wall and looks like they're hanging, even though they're not hanging, they're glued to the wall. But randomly we just come back to Pooh's basement when we've already built like the second floor. They're like, oh, we're going back to Pooh's basement. But then we will be done with it. Now, I like Pooh's basement, don't be wrong, but, I mean, I think like a lot of people, you're never going to see it. When mine's displayed, I'm not going to have Pooh's basement hanging out the side, because I'm going to need an extra, like, 2 foot to do that. So you're rarely going to see Pooh's basement. So it has the minimum of my affection for it, because I know it's going to disappear. It just is the way it is. But that's the way it is. Anyway, we will be doing 56 next, and 56 is exciting because it means we officially are moving upstairs because we are installing the ceiling of the frozen hallway, and that gives us our first floor for floor 2. So we really are growing and evolving in the model, and I can't wait to see it. So tune in for that one. It'll be up on the channel very, very, very soon. You can contact us at buildingtheboys@outlook.com if you need any tips or advice or help with anything, or if you just want to say hello, or if you've got anything you want to show us. We love seeing what you're working on. So if you've got any mods or improvements that you're doing, we love seeing them. We really do. And you are more than welcome to send a message and say hello. You don't have to start your email with sorry to bother you. You're never bothering me. You really aren't. Everyone starts with sorry to bother you. You're never bothering me. If you were, I wouldn't give you the email address. I love hearing from you. So please feel free to message, and we will be back in touch with you. In a world where you can do anything at all, just be nice. And we will be back very, very soon with issue 56 of Hachette's Disney Doll's House. Take care, and I will see you then.